Bruchim Aboim B'Shem Hashem. Welcome everyone. Masechet Nazir and Hashem. So I was requested this time to start the Mafreya. That means we gave at the end of Chodesh, we gave 2 weeks of a share of the Klolim of Masechet. We'll try to do it now in the beginning. For the next 2 weeks, especially next week is Hanukkah, we'll give us a Psyche Hagdome. That means on the halachas, on the dinim of what is Nazir and what's the definition of Nazirus and all of the klolim of Nazirus. More of is as we said, is Akdome, a little bit more of a Akdome to Nazir. Masechet Nazir. So let's start the Mishnah inside first, and then we're going to go back to the Kloli and Nazir. Kol kinuyei Nazirus kenazirus. Beis Amud Aleph. Kol kinuyei Nazirus kenazirus. So what is a Nazir? What is a Nazir? What's Nazirus? So we're going to explain the Pi Rashi. Rashi over here, as you can see, the first Rabbi Kiveger and Gideon Shas. He says, if you look inside, the Sefer Shem HaGedolim LaGoyen Merino Arav Chaim Yish David Azulai. That is the Chidah. Or Shin. Yes. The code is 613. The link is the same link of the Dafayomizum. There's one over there. So the Chidah says, Kosa b'Shem Arav Yad Malachi, the Pirush Nazir Eine Mirashi. Not from Rashi. So who is it? Some say is the Rivan, Rabbeinu Yehuda ben Rabbeinu Nosson. That is the son-in-law of Rashi. That's the Rashi. So we're going to explain the Fi Rashi ala Torah. First, we're going to learn the Psukim ala Torah. Then we're going to see also inside, we're going to see the Fi the Shita Satoises, that's the Pshat. And Nazir Toises is more of the Pshat, more than anywhere else. And we see also the Lashon of Stam Masechet Nazir is a Lashon Meshune. We can see many places in Toises. In Masechet Nazir it says Lashon Klile, Lashon Meshune. It's a very different than the rest of the Pshat. What is Kabbalas Nazirus, the Isur Yain, or Nazir shouldn't drink wine? Steht in the Pasuk. Vayedaber Hashem el Moshe Leimer. Talking in Parshas Nazir. Daber el Bnei Yisrael. Ve'omar oto aleim. Right? Ish or Isha, Kiyafli. Kiyafli, what means Kiyafli? Lindoir Neder Nazir. Lindoir Neder Nazir. So it's a Neder Nazirus. Yafli. What is Yafli? Yafli means to explain. Rashi in Masechet Chagiga, in the Yud Amud Aleph, Rashi explains about, more speaks about these things that are harorim akli b'sayred. Many halachas, and it's only spoke out in the Gemara, in the Torah on one line. There's things that are spoken out in the Torah a lot, and Itacheni, there's not much halachas. Right, one of the things is Nazirus. Explains Rashi in Chagiga that Kule hafloe loshen pirush. Yafli, he speaks out, right? As the Rashi brings al Torah, Rashi says ketargumoy arei yefarish, to speak out. That's arei yefarish. That's a targum of the word hafloe. Rashi over here says, also in the Mefarish says, yafrish. The Ibn Ezra al Torah also says the same thing, loshen hafrosha. Now the loshen ki yafli, we can see in the Gemara later on in Daf Lamed Daled Amud Beis in Masechet Nazir, that it's many things that we say Yafli. It's also Nazirus, right? For example, Yafli, the Gemara says it's a Toile ben Nazirusei bedovo. For example, what that means? That means if a person bo'odom kenegdoi, he meets a person and he says, Areini Nazir shezeh ploini. So there they see two people are sitting together and they see someone from the distance. And he says, I recognize that person is Reuven, that person is Shimon. And he tells him, he's arguing with his friend, and tells his friend, Areini Nazir shezeh ploini, that is Reuven. So Lefi Rab Tarfon, he's not a Nazir. And Lefi why? Because Rab Tarfon says, Lo nitno Nazirus elo lehafloe. Oh, so when we look at the word, what's Yafli? Poshet in the Psukim, what means Yafli? So if we look at the Gemara, in Daf Lamed Daled Amud Beis, the Gemara says, Rab Tarfon says, if I see a person from the distance and I'm saying, Areini Nazir shezeh ploini, I'm going to be a Nazir if that is Shimon, if that is Levi. So when he comes and I actually notice that it is Levi, it is Reuven. And why? Lo nitno Nazirus elo lehafloe. Says Rashi, what Rashi says, so Rashi is actually not in Nazir over here, Rashi and Eruvin. Rashi and Eruvin, that pay base Omid Aleph. Rashi says on brings down the Machlokes of Tarfon. It says Rashi, Shehei neder mefurish alavadai. That means Yafli is lefarish alavadai, veloi betoiras. Sofek inozir oiso ishabo kenegdo ilav. That means that has to be harei yefarish. That has to be spoken out very clear. Even lefi chachomim. So let's go lefi chachomim. Even lefi chachomim who disagree on Rab Tarfon, and it's mashma that Yafli. What means Yafli? It is with it nayo. Yafli also means without conditions. Without the condition, the teachers that what that someone is toile is nazir salat nay. It's not called lehazir laHashem, and because it's mashma, as the Chacham say, it has to be a nazirus retzuyo. The nazirus has to be very clear. We can see it mamish in the beginning of the Masechet, and the Dalet Amud Beis. We can see about this, and because it's a nazirus that depends on a t'nai, on a condition, is not going to be good a nazirus, and Hizirat says the Gemara says over there he was mazir himself min hayayim bechinam. There was no reason. Let's go to another pshat. What means kiyafli? In the parsha we're learning the psukim in the Torah. What's kiyafli? The kliyoko beings. What's the pshat in the pasuk? He has a question. What's the pshat in the pasuk? Ish or isha kiyafli. What means kiyafli? Should have said, says the kliyoko, ish or isha kiyafliu. Right? Let's look at the psukim in the Torah. וידבר השם אל מוישה לאמור, דבר על בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם, איש או אישו כי יפלי. Why כי יפלי? He's talking about ish ואישו. So it should be כי יפליו. Right? As he brings the kliyoko brings what we find. We do find as azach. Where do we find as azach? Ish או אישו כי יעשו מכל חטא סודום. So we do see that ish or isho, we don't look at them as an individual, as a singular, we look at it as a plural. So it should be ki yafliu. The doctor. So the Kliyakor has a long arichas to explain what's the pshat. The ponim yofois. Yeah, but that says ish. Ish or isha. Okay, when we have whenever, yeah. So yas, that's all. Yafri yasu. Yeah, so the same shaila, yeah. So the teretz could be yeah, so the Kliyoko has that shaila, and he has a long arichas. He picks actually the psukim over there. But the Lefidas, what we just spoke out, and the Poniyofis says that the Gemara in Nedorim, and Nazir and Nedorim, we're gonna the whole time mamish jungle between Nedorim and Nazir comes the whole time one to the other one. The Gemara in Nedorim, the Fayin Gimel with base, the Gemara says, what's the reason that a Baal is Mefer Nidre Ishtoi? You know, Baal Mefer Nidre Ishtoi. What's the reason? What's the term? It's because kol anoider or kol anoideres al das Baal or noideres. And the same thing is also Nazirus, yeah? Nazirus is the same thing. Noizeres, or I don't know if you say Nazeres or Naziro al das explains the Ran in Nedorim. He says the Hafore, the husband, right? It's Exeras HaKosov, right? Exeras HaKosov, that the Baal could be Mefer. The Baal could be Mefer. And the Torah was Mezake. He has a schuz, the Baal has a schuz, for the Baal to be Mefer the Nedorim of his wife. That's a schuz what the Torah gave. And because Kol anoideres al das Baalo noideres, that's why whenever she is noider al da'atoi, it's chal the Exeras HaKosov what the Torah says. Like we might come and say, what you need al dat? Because Kol anoideres al das Baalo noideres, as a doctor. No. She's noideres al das. It's not a t'nai. Whenever she has back in the mind that that's what my husband wants. That's what my husband wants. That's his, she has in mind. No. Says the Poniyaf is very good. That's the pshat. Kiyafli. Isha. Why? Because the Isha, and the Nazirus is not by Afloi Gemura, as you just said, right? It's by, it's a opposite nai over there. It's not by Afloi Gemura. If we explain Afloi Kiyafli, what means Kiyafli? Lefarish has to be spoken out very clear. So a woman never has the very clear. It can't be ever very clear because she always has in the back of the mind. She has the what my husband is going to say about it, what my husband is not going to say about it. So it's not a flow gemura because al das baal lo noideres. But then it's used as chal afilo fi rab tarfon. Afilo ochel chal afilo rab tarfon. So then it goes al das hovio. Huh? She's a poigeres, and a father could be till things. So we have times that he can't be made for that. when we don't have the thing. Oh, so lefi chachomim, what the pasuk comes to teach us, lefi chachomim, a woman is also bichlal de lehazir laHashem. She's also part of the Hazir. If even though she was toilet in back of her mind, she was toilet in Nazirus bebaalo, she still. What's the reason? The reason is because I feel if he will be Mayfer, the Baal will be Mayfer. Yeah, he's Mayfer. The thing, he's not oiker than Nazirus. I'm afraid it's not like a chacham. The difference between a chacham and you go to a chacham to be Mayfer and Eder, and the Baal is Mayfer. That means mikanu leabo. It's the Gemara that the maskonas we can see Masechet bayos and Nazir daf chav beis medalev that Baal make the lashon the Gemara is Baal megas guys and not miakar okar. That means the chacham is miakar okar. Oiker mafreya. It was never neder. It was never done a neder. A Baal is megas guys mikanu leabo. What she was noider. She was noider or she was noiser. He turned into Nazir. Till her husband was Mayfer. It was L'Shem Shamayim. It was L'Shem Shamayim. So it's bichlal lehazir laHashem, and also even that she was not mafli. She was not mafli. Even she was not mafli. In the Dine Nazirus, so we said Lindor Neder. We're going to go back to the pasuk. So Lindor Neder, Nadir lehazir. That's the Lindor is a lashon Nazirus, and Nazirus is a lashon of to be poirish, rishus, right? He's poirish. He's actually not poirish from the wine. Lehazir laHashem, to be mavdil himself, hafloy also could be avdole. To be mavdil himself from the yain l'shem shomayim. Right, that's the thing. So before we're going to go back to the pasuk, there's 4 types of nazirus. 4 types of nazirus. Stam nazirus is a nazirus that a person he didn't mefarish how many days he's accepting the thing. Oh, and that is shloshim yoyim ihye. You can see the gematria ihye. Then we have a nazirus what's called not nazirus stam, nazirus mefurashes. Person is a Nazir, and he says for Royce beforehand, he says I'm koivea the neder, how many days? And even if he says 1 day, I'm going to be a Nazir for 1 day, it's hard 30 days. There's not kaminas if he says 1 day. There's a big chiddush of the Minchas Chinuch, Emet Hashem, when we learning, we're going to spend time with this Minchas Chinuch. The Minchas Chinuch says, if a person says, I'm going to be a Nazir for 1 day, he's actually a Nazir for 30 days. But when he drinks wine, he's not going to be over layachel only the first day. Because layachel davor, it was on 1 day. He got the Nazir for 30 days. But the layachel of the oil I know the first day. Okay, a big chiddush, we're going to think. So, yeah. Because that's exactly what we're saying. Because he spoke out he's going to be a Nazir. How long he spoke out to be a Nazir? Stam and Nazirus? Yeah, because till the Chochem is Chal. Because you could be shoyl on the layachel. You could be shoyl on the layachel. You always, when you do every neder. That's mikanu leabo. But we're gonna have to see also the sugya of mikanu leabo lemafreya. This is one of the most difficult sugyas to understand. Mikanu leabo lemafreya. That means, okay, I don't really want to go into it now because it's not the thing, but that means that the mashal oktano sheisiu ochio veima. She has no father. The father died, or the father married off already twice, so he doesn't have a schus. The sister, the brother, the mother could marry off. She has a din of miyun, right? She's a ktano. They married off someone. She could wake up in the morning. I'm in mine. We can see the Gemara Yevomis exactly what's the miyun. Bifnei shnayim, not bifnei shnayim, bifnei echad. She's memayin, and once she's memayin, it's not like a get. A get is mikanu leabo. She's megureshes. Miyun that she was Keilu never married her. Keilu never married this person. Yeah, the Keilu never married. So that means all of the Maisi Odel she worked, she gave to her husband. Mitzi also, everything she found when she was married, she gave to her husband. So he said, if I was never married, you can marry my sister now. So give me back everything what I no. And he's Mikanu Labo, but the Dino Lemafreya. So even it's Lemafreya, it's only Mikanu Labo. The things that okay, that is also by Layachel, it works the same thing. It's Oiker Lemafreya, but only Dinim on Noigea Mikanu Labo. Okay, we're gonna see this. So we have a Nazirus Mefurashes. What's a Nazirus Mefurashes? As he says how many days he wants to be a Nazir. Now, a Nazirus Chusa, Mishloishim Yoim, and there's no Nazirus Shoes. Also by Nazirus, there's no Nazirus Shoes, only full days. There's no half a days, there's no hours, there's a full days. And these 2 Naziros our Parsha is talking about. You can't say a half a day Nazir. So then, yeah. But when you're doing a Nazirus Mefurashes, how many days? I will be a Nazir for so and so days. You can't say I'm going to be a Nazir for 60 and a half days, or 30 days and 3/4. No. We have another type of Nazir, so it's called the Nazir Oilam. Nazir Oilam, someone is mekabel on himself Nazirus forever, no limitations, forever. So he's a Nazir forever, Abel. Oh, he has all kinds of Teirim. He's allowed to be Machmi Tzaroi, so he's allowed to be Makel. What that means, he has long hair, he's allowed to shave it, and that means what we learned, the Giluach, the Isur Giluach of Tar for Nazir isn't going to be, it's not an Isur Gomel. Sometimes he's allowed to take it off, and he's allowed to be Megaleach is sell. Now, there is Meforshim who explain that it's not to be Megaleach his whole head. It can't be Megaleach his whole head. It's a Machlokas Tanoim. How much is the koived? He said hichbid. How much is the koived? And this you can see quite early in the Masechet. I don't know how long it takes us to get there, but in Daf Hey Omid Aleph. Daf Hey Omid Aleph, we can see, and we learn that what kol shnei mosal chodesh areyu megaleach. Every 12 months he can be megaleach if he wants, and when he's megaleach, he has to be korbanos. The korbanos are nazir, and the korbanos nazir toil. There's difference between the korbanos toil, I think. Okay, let's go to another type of Nazirus, what's called the Nazirus Shimshon. Nazirus Shimshon, and Shimshon was a Nazir Oilam, and his Nazirus is very different than all the rest of the Nazirus. He's allowed to be Metabel Lebeisim. But, Mitzashen, he's not Mekel Roishoi. He has to have long hair, he can't be Mekel Sham. He's not, so he's not like a Nazir Oilam. Yeah, he's not a Nazir Oilam, but he could be Metabel Lebeisim. Now, there's a Machlokes Tanoim in the Gemara in the Avdalet of base. If a person could be Mekabel on himself Nazir Shimshon, or only if the father, like in Shimshon. But Menem Ton, that a person can be Mekabel on himself Nazir Shimshon. That's what's called Nazir Shimshon. Not Shimshon. Shmuel was a Nazir Oilam. Shimshon was a Nazir Shimshon. No. The Shmuel Pashas was a Nazir. It's a Machloike Bechlal. Shmuel, yeah, the Gemara and yeah. If you. What do you mean? Yeah. So they say over there that he didn't kill him in Gansen. He only killed. He should be a goises. I remember the Meforshim say he should be a goises. We spoke it out in the shir, and he shouldn't be metame. That so, yeah. A long soul, but okay, it's halal cherev. It's shasef. That is killing. So he left it a little bit hanging, his head. It should still be alive. Yeah, and then it's a thing. Another din what we have to is part of the Hagdomis is a din of a very interesting din of the Av Madir is Benoi Benozir. A father could be Madir is son if he's small. Nazir. No, that's something else. Stam Nazir. A son is 5 years old. The father could say, Arei Bli Nazir. And not a Nazir Shimshon. Tam a Nazir. That's a Mishnah. It's a Mishnah, and that's Chav Chesam at base. Later on, in the Chav Chesam at base, the Mishnah says a person could be Nazir. There's a Machloikis. That's a Mishnah. The Machloikis in the Gemara is if it's a Halacha L'Moshe Misinai, it's a Halacha L'Moshe Misinai, or it's a Takonas Chachomim Mitzad Chinuch. And we named on, as we see in the Rambam, that this is a Halacha L'Moshe Misinai. There's a Machloikis in the Gemara. Yeah, Chinuch. Mitzad Chinuch. You can. It's we can see it's a chayta or not. So maybe you should. Yeah, if it's a chinuch, and you see the mother can. But it's not by 12. 12 is already a muflek. The kenos alein machen. Yes, because so that's a big shaila. If chinuch there is by the mother, chinuch or not. That all the Meforshim speak in the beginning of Chagiga, Rashi Chagiga, or in Sukkah, and the base of about Helni Amalko. Look over there in the Meforshim they speak about this chinuch by the mother. There's a machlokes in the Gemara about this in Daf Chof Testament base. If the father is madir the son till Achi Yovi Shtei Cyrus, or he's not madir only till he comes to Oinas Nedorim. Oinas Nedorim means 12 years old. Mufla Somuch Leish, that means a year before. If the father was madir the son before Shtei Cyrus, before and then he bought Shtei Cyrus, that's it. It's poikeya the Nazirus. The Nazirus, that means if you lefi the mandoma, you don't need oinas nedorim, or even oinas nedorim. And he was mazirim beforehand let's say for 100 days, and then after 50 days he became a godel, became bar mitzvah. So it's a thing. But if he came oinas nedorim, that means let's say the father was mazirim when he was 11 and a half, or 11 mamish before he turns into 12, and then he came into oinas nedorim. So even if he the one that said that he not madirim only till he comes to oinas nedorim, but is not poikeya the nazirus. Not poikeya the nazirus. That's what we see in the Gemara in the Flamed Omed Aleph. It's different because oinas nedorim is only a heter. It's different. The oinas nedorim is different than mamish bar mitzvah. So if the father was mazirim before bar mitzvah, let's say a month before bar mitzvah, for 2 months, comes the bar mitzvah, that's it. The father doesn't have any more chinuch on him. But if the father was mazirim a month before 12, and then he became 12, that means what we call oinas nedorim, it's not poikeya, because it still has a dinim of chinuch, even when the son is oinas nedorim, you still have a dinim of chinuch. That's a Gemara later on in the Flamed Omed Aleph. Now, when we go, let's go back to the pasuk. Rashi, the lashon of Rashi on the pasuk, Kisider neder Nazir lehazir, right? Says Rashi, ein nazira. What's the lashon of Rashi al Torah? Ein nazira, only prisha, right? That's what Rashi says. Elo mokoim prisha. Oh, afkan shepiresh min hayayin. Yeah, afkan shepiresh min hayayin. That is the lashon of prisha. What's the pshat? What's the pshat in Rashi? Nazir is a lashon of prisha. Nazirus is many things. It's not only prisha. It's yain, tiglachas, not to shave the hair, and tume. So why Rashi means only the yain? Rashi al brings only the yain. Nazir, yeah, they don't rabbinic. So why Rashi brings only yain? So some say lefi the Radvaz, Chuvas the Radvaz. The Radvaz being in Chuvas is that the ikar nazirus is mina yain. Ikar nazirus is mina yain. And that's the Kabbalah, where the person is Mekabel on himself to be a Nazir. What is the Kabbalah when a person is Mekabel to be a Nazir on himself? Is Yain. The rest of the dinim is a Toitzoy. Toitzoy. As we go to Chuvas Radvaz, and we can see Nafkeminas. Yeah, there's Nafkeminas in Lemaise on this. Be'emes Nazir is Min Yain. And driven out of that is not to be Metam Lemeisim, not to shave the hair. We're going to see when they add the chiyuv, how does he do kiddush? We're going to see in the Gemara. Mamish in the beginning of Masechet. We're going to see. Okay, can say. So let's continue the psukim. Let's continue the psukim in Pasuk Nasai. Miyain, yain is yain chodosh. The sheichol is yain yoshan. That's meshakel. Yazir. Choymetz yain. Choymetz what became wine that turned into choymetz. Vechoymetz sheichol, also choymetz what was original sheichol. Lo yishte, you can't drink. Vechol mishras anovim, anovim that was actually soaked in the water, and the water now have a taste of wine. Or as you can see, this is the big sugya in Daf Lamed Ches of Tam Keikel. Much Hashem, we spent a bit of time on that sugya. If he put his pas shoro pitoi beyain, he put his bread inside yain, so lo ishta, you shouldn't drink from that. And what we say, right? Mishras is like ein shorin samemonim, right? Nazir shoro pitoi beyain. As Rashi brings down the thing. Now the Gemara in Daf Lamed Zayin, Gemara Daf Lamed Zayin Amud Aleph, the Gemara brings a machlokes tanoim. Some say that we learn out from this pasuk that if shoro pitoi bemayim, or shoro, let's say he soaked the grapes in water, and it has now a tam, it has a taste of yain, is chayev. And this teaches us tam keiker. Some learn out, right? Some tanoim learn out that Nazir sheshoro pitoi beyain, and he ate a kezais from the past. So then he's going to be chayev, and this to teach us that heter mitzdaref leiso. The heter that's the bread. Bread is heter. He's allowed to drink. He's a Nazir. He's allowed to drink. Heter mitzdaref leiso. The Rambam says, yeah. The Rambam says in Sefer HaMitzvot, in Lo Yisasei Reish Beis, look the Rambam, Hizir HaNazir, Mishtois Yain, Ve'achemor, Ve'ayenois, all the things, Shebesheresh Iruva Mina Anovim. Anything that comes from wine, even that now it's also, he says, Ve'hu Omru Zal, this is what Chachomim tell us, Kol Mishras Anovim Lo Yishte. The Rambam learns from the word Kol Mishras Anovim Lo Yishte, anything that has in it soaked a little bit of wine. Anything that has a bit of wine, So if you have maybe homeopathy is also going to be also if you put in it something from anovim, it's going to be also because that means that we don't find a Torah a lav on wine only what the Torah says v'chol mishras anovim lo yishta. No matter Hashem, we're going to get
whiskey from cherry cask.
if it gives a tam yain, it could be a Nazir. It's a good question. A Nazir should allowed to drink it or not. So there is a we can see Met Hashem the Kiddush Yankin is married on this Rambam in Siman Ches. By us, and Nazir Siman Ches. Met Hashem, we remind me. So let's continue the psukim. So ve'anovim, right? Lo yishte ve'anovim lachim v'yeveshim. That means lachim, right? Or yeveshim means in raisins. Lo yoichal. Also anything grapes. Kol yameini zoi mikol asher ye'ose migefen hayayin. Mechartzanim. Chartzanim is the pips. Megarinim. Ve'ad zog. The zog is the peels outside. Lo yoichal. Now what is the zog? So Rashi says that the Torah zog, they are the klippos, the peels. That's outside. And the chartzanim is, Rashi says, kein enbal shebezug. The enbal shebezug is when you have a bell, the inside of the bell. Clanger, the clanger. Okay. Sure. So the Choyer Mashma, what Rashi want to explain? What's the pshat zog? Zog means, al shem hazug. No? The zug is the bell. The bell is called the zug. And as I talk with the Simsei Chacham explains over there. And Rashi says zug, the zog al shem hazug. But we don't find the Torah lashon zug. What's the lashon zug? Huh? Yeah, that's in the Torah we find zug. And the Torah we don't find the lashon zug. And the emissaries that we see later on in our Masechet, we're going to see in Daf Lamed Daled on the base in the Mishnah, there's a machlokes tanoim. Which one is the inside and which one is the outside? And Rabbi Yossi explains like Rashi. And Rabbi Yossi says a siman adover. You shouldn't have a mistake. He says, right, kezug shel behema. The doctor, kezug shel behema. And the chitzon is the zug, and the pnimi is the enbal. And that's what the lechoyer Rashi meant. And that's the zug. Okay. Then we come in the psuki, we come to what's called the isur tiglachas. Kol yemei neder nizroi, tar lo yaver al roshei. Now, tar, when we say tar, it's not dafke tar. Because tar, bederach klar, what means tar? Mamish to shave in ganzen. Tar doesn't mean just what? It's not over. And a lav only if actually he mamish the tar. The lav is over. The aloche is afilo, as you can see, tlisha beyode, the Gemara says. Even to pick with his hand is also going to be iso. And as I know, non le'aloche is a machlokes later on in the Gemara Daf Lametes Rabbi Yonason and Rabbi Yashia about the Rabbi Yonason over there. He's not over only betar mamesh, and the Rabbi, right. And if he was not megalech kein tar, so even if he was not over lav, ober he was mevatel mitzvah say of chodesh yeh gadel peras ha'roishay. There's a say chutz in the lav. There's also a say and as I alt echet. Rabbi Yashia over there, but Lefi Rabbi Yonason, if he was not megalech betar, he's not over the lav, and he's not mevatel say. Even if he was megalech one saire, he's gonna get malchus, as we're gonna see in the Gemara and the Mem Amud Aleph. He's gonna get malchus. So tar lo yava al roishoy, and to be megalech ad meloi sayomim asher yazir laHashem kodesh. What means kodesh here? He's talking about the cell, the Gemara in Kiddush in Daf Nun Zayin, and we learn out from what says over here in the Gemara Kodesh here that the cell of the Nazir is also be'anoy. Right? There's a Gemara in the end of Tzmura says it's min hanikborim or min hanisofim. This is what we learn out from the Kodesh Iyeh. What's the Kodesh Iyeh? Not the person who's going to be Kodesh Iyeh. It's talking about the hair. It's going to be Kodesh Iyeh, and you have to burn it. Huh? No, but that's what the Gemara learns. Yeah. No. Gadel. Now we're going to the person. Gadel pera se'aroishoy. What's the pera? Pera is the lotion of seor. That's the when you leave a pera, you let it grow, and that's kodesh iyeh. It goes on the now kodesh iyeh goes on the se'aroishoy legabe. You have to grow it. Oh, so Rashi says what Rashi says. Ein pera shloishim yoyim. Pera is the minimum of pera. What means to let it grow? Pera has to be shloishim yoyim. And the pshat is what we're going to see in the Gemara in the Avavim base. The Gemara in the Avavim base says ad meloi sayomim. What we learn out from the ad meloi sayomim that we here ad meloi sheimani says the Gemara miut shnaim, right? And the standard is it should be 2 days. Because miut rabim shnaim should be only 2 days. But Amud loimar kodesh iyeh gadel pera. and Ein Gidul less than 30 days. And that's the sheet of Rabbi Yasher. Rabbi Yonasan learns it out from where? From a different pasuk, and we learn from Iyeh. And the Gemara in Daf Hey Amud Aleph, the Gemara learns that Rav Masne learns this din that it has to be 30 days, Stam Nazir is 30 days, from Iyeh. Iyeh is Begimatria, 30. And Rav Pada learns it out from where? From what it says, Keneged Nazir Nizoi, or state in the pasuk. So it says over there, how many times? 30 choser achas. And the whole parsha, if you look in the Lashon of Nazirus, shloishim choser achas. And that's so we see over there in the Gemara that there's a din, and it's a machloikas in the day. The Fibar Pade, the Shir of Stam Nazirus is 29 days. The Fir of Masne is going to be 30 days. We're passing like Rav Masne. In Rashi, we can explain another pshat in Rashi. What's the pshat in Rashi? That it means that the din of what the Gemara says in Daf Lamed Tes Amud Aleph. The Gemara says gileya, oishe gilchu listim. Yeah, so if a person actually did shave his hair, or the robbers they shaved his hair, says the Gemara is soiso shloishim yoyim. Soiso shloishim yoyim. You have to start from the beginning. What's the reason? The reason is because there's a din of gadel se'ar, gadel pera. Shloishim yoyim is a din, and to be mekai, what the din? To be mekai in the midst of tiglachas. What we will see later on, you have to have, and as always explains over there, Toises. Just what? From Toises over there, it looks like that the din of Shloishim Yoim is like Gabi. This din is a din mitzad Stam Naziru Shloishim Yoim. So he needs that the cell should have grown of Stam Naziru to be mekai in the midst of tiglachas. And the same like Stam Naziru is Shloishim Yoim. The same thing also Chacham say that Ein Nazirus Chutz of Shloishim Yoim. And even if he was mekabel on himself, let's say he was mekabel on himself on Nazirus less than 30 days, he will be on Nazir for 30 days. And from 30 days, you can mekabel as much as he wants. You could say 31, 32, as we said, not Nazirus the Shois. Not Nazirus the Yomim could work. So that's we're gonna see. It's not if it's what's Ayom Rishon Iplu. Not always we say Ayom Rishon Iplu. It's not so stuff. There's a lot. Let's see to talk about the din of. There's a din over here. What we have to speak about stira. Stira. Okay, let's think about this stira by alidei tiglachas. What we said. If he shaves his hair, so he so. So someone who shaved his hair, a Nazir who shaved his hair, or as we said, gilchu acherim, gilchu listim, or the Gemara says whatever it is, and I feel boinus, as we see, a gilchu listim was boinus. He was not happy about it. It happened boinus. So he's soiser nezirusoi, and 30 days. This is the Meforish Mishnah, Daf Lamed Tes Amud Beis, Meforish Mishnah. Now, let's speak about this a bit. What's the Gederin? There's a Machlokes Rishonim about what's the Gederin of this. Toisa says that this din, what we say that the tiglachas, stira of the tiglachas, the whole thing has to start because it's a mitzvah of tiglachas that he has to do the mitzvah of tiglachas. When he finishes the Nazirus, he has to do a tiglachas. And if he didn't have, 30 days of long hair, he's not mekayem the tiglachas. And if he was megaleach, he has to wait another 30 days because he has to megaleach the tiglachas mitzvah. And at these days, he has all the dinim of a Nazir, yes. He has all the dinim of the Nazir on these days, but it's not a steer of 30 days. Because these days that were left for him till the end of the Nazirus, they also counted in the Shloishim Yoim. You see, the thing. So that's the Fitoises. The Rambam says that anyone that was Megaleach, it stops the minyan Nazirus of Shloishim Yoim till his hair grows, and when his hair grows, then he continues to count from beforehand. The Yemei Nazirusai. That means the person shaved his hair. So let's say it was the 15th day, under 15. He waits now till it's going to grow. No. And then he starts to count the rest. Yeah, he's going to have to count. He's going to have to wait altogether 45 days. 30 days. Oh, so if in the Rambam itself, we're going to see how much it has to grow. The Pasha is 30 days. Then in the day 15, he shaved Tar. He's going to have to wait now, Pasha's 30 days, and then to start to count another extra 15 days. And then start to count. But we can see in the Rambam, there's many Rishonim who will say how much he has to wait. He has to wait till what grew then could go even faster, maybe. Yeah. Ah, no. No. Because Pera is 30 days. No, that's for sure no. Because Pera is the loss of 30 days. Yeah. Now the machloikis will be the machloikis tanoim. Yeah, let's go back to the Gemara. Machloikis tanoim. If this tira is a filo, if he was megalech two Cyrus, you think two Cyrus is megalech, or this thing is only when he's megalech roiv of his head. That's the machloikis tanoim in the Gemara in Naf Mem Omed Aleph. And one is also not going to be. It's going to be Malchus. Yeah, Malchus, but it's not Soiser. One is not Soiser. Mir Paskin that it's not Soiser only when he's megalech rov roisha is like passing the Rambam. Rambam Paskin only was megalech rov roisha is going to be stira. Mir nehmen on that is going to be Soiser afilo if he's not megalech kein tar. What means kein tar? But if it was left over there, it was megalech. It was left over there kedei lochuf roishoi leikroi. To bend it at the top of the and that's going to be, it's not called tar. It's not called tar, and he's not megalech, and he doesn't get malchus. This we can see in the Gemara later on. Yeah. Not so. Let's go back to the psukim. We are talking about the issue of Tumah lemes. Right? So Tumah lemes, the psukim say, Kol yemei ziru l'Hashem, al nefesh meis lo yovois. What's the lashon over here of what's the lashon? So the Malbim says on Pasuk Daled, the Malbim says azoi, that if you look at the Pasuk, it says legabe isu, leinyan de isu, bechol asher yaseh migefen hayayin. So the Pasuk says kol yemei nizroi mikol asher yaseh migefen hayayin, right? V'chulei. And the isu tiglachas, what the Pasuk says, if you look at Pasuk Hey, kol yemei neder nizroi, tar lo yale al roishoi. Now, over here, what's the lashon? Kol yemei. Oh, what haziroi? Says the Malbim. What's the lashon haziroi? Kol yemei haziroi laHashem. Al kol nafesh meis lo yovoi. What's the pshat? So he explains the reason in this. Says the Malbim azoi. Nizroi is mashma when he's a Nazir. Sayef in Nazir al yidei atzmoi. Sayef is a Nazir al yidei acherim. Right? He's a Nazir al yidei atzmoi. Nazir, right? Because also the zero is by someone else, explains the Malbim, even that someone else was mazir you, it's lashon a neder, right? As we can see, he brings them right in the Mishnah in the Chav Chesam at base. Av madir es benoi benazir, right? It's also called. But haziroi, what means haziroi? Mashma that he was mazir himself. Haziroi. Nizroi could mean I was mazir myself, someone else was mazir me, right? As we see in the lashon, Av mazir es benoi. Right, so that's Nazir. Stam Nazir can mean myself and other people. Haziroi can mean only if I done it to myself. And this is the pasuk teaching that Shimshon, that he was a Nazir alidei Malach, not alidei himself, so he was not also with Tumas Meis. As we can see in the Gemara, Daf Dalet, the base. But this is going to work only lefi the mandor. This is a beautiful vote of the Malbim to fit the psukim. Why it's called Haziroi, very nice vote. But this is going to fit only lefi the mandomar of the Gemara of Dalet that you cannot be mekabel Nazir Shimshon. But if lefi the mandomar who said that anyone could be mekabel Nazir Shimshon and he's allowed to be metamel and mace, it's not gonna work out. So what's the chat in the apostle? So some want to explain a little bit different. They want to explain that when the Torah says Haziroi laHashem, the pasuk says Haziroi because the Haziroi goes on the laHashem, on the word Haziroi laHashem. That means it's the peule, the poyal. I'm doing a peule le, right? I'm doing a peule the asiyas hanezirus. The peule asiyas hanezirus is I'm doing l'shem shamayim laHashem. I'm doing l'shem shamayim, right? Lehozir laHashem. Rashi says it, right? Rashi said lehozir laHashem. Yeah, the Shem poyal. When I'm doing it's a peule asiyah, the Shem poyal. But when the pasuk didn't say laHashem, he says Nizroi. He's a Nazir by himself, and the pasuk is not miyachaset to a peula he's doing l'shem shamayim, right? And that's it's not shaykh of laHashem. This Haziroi is a very they spend on it a lot of time. For example, even in the Chuvas Haradvaz, he asks about this psukim. That in the beginning we say Nazirus min hayayin, Nazir, and then when he comes to the Nazir, he says he's also B'chartzani v'zagi. He says kol yemei nizroi mikol asher yaseh. When he learns about the Isur of Tiglachas, right? He says also kol yemei nizroi tar lo yale al roishoi. But when the Isur Tumah, what he says? Kol yemei haziroi al nefesh lo yimloi. Says the Radvaz. What we learn out from it, that the Ikar Nazirus is, he's mekabel himself, is leinozer min hayayin. This is what we spoke before. He learns out to this halacha, he learns that from this pasuk. Le'inozim and ayin. And this is an outcoming, it's a toitzoe. That the Torah asks them also tiglachas and also tumim. And what thing to say about chartzani v'adzag is not it's not because the Kabbalah is mekabel himself. Just this is he says it's a geder, it's a siag for the nazirus, not to come to drink wine. Don't get even things that have a taste of wine. Yeah, not everyone. It's in the medrash. It's in the medrash in our parsha, Parshas Nazir, in Parsha Yud, Episke Hey. The medrash learned nicht because the medrash brings about the story of the malach, right? The Haftarah. The malach tells Eishes Monoyach, Slalfoinis, her name is the Gmos of Basra, right? Eishes Monoyach, right? The mother of Shimshon. She warned them. What she warned them? She was warned. She was warned. She herself was warned not to drink chometz yain and chometz shecho v'chol mishras hanovim, right? Because it says over there in the medrash, she'elu einom elo mishmeres leyain. These are only mishmeres leyain, kedei shelo yovoy hanozir lishtos yain. So we see that even things that are not says over there yemein nizroy, they are not also only because mishmeres only a siag for drinking wine. Right? So this is okay. We always say. Amir le Nazir schol schol kama choloi tikra, right? We always say, we have this expression. Yeah, no, we have a siag min haTorah. A siag min haTorah. Yeah. Kol yemei ziro ila Hashem, al nefesh meis lo yovoy, you don't go to oil ames. Yeah. So al kol nafesh meis lo yovoy, it goes lefi the Rashi and the Ibn Ezra, and on we talking about the same psuk what we have at Kohen Gadol. What we have a psukim by Kohen Gadol, al kol nafesh meis lo yovoy. But over here, it's not dafke in oil ames. Over here, we talk about it. Kol nashis meis lo yovoy. It says Rashi v'oil ames. V'oil ames. It's not dafke oil ames. What's also for Nazir to come. Just is also in any tumas mes. Sayef it's oil. Sayef v'maga. Sayef v'masa. And we learned out from what the Torah says, right? Lo yitzbo. Lo yitzbo. We learn out from anything. But there is kol sha Nazir lo yitzbo. There's very very special dini by a Nazir, by a tumas mes by a Nazir. There's very special dini. And afilu as the Torah says, afilu leoviv. ולאימוי, ולאחיו ולאחויסוי, לא יתאמו אלוהים במויסום, כי נזר אלוהיקוב על רוישוי. We learn out from the לאחויסוי, we learn many places in Shas. What's the לאחויסוי? Lachoisoi, the person that even for koivim, that kohen hedyet can be mitame, right? This is koivim, or kohen hedyet is mitame. The Nazir, it can't be mitame. Why didn't mention b'noyu b'itoi ve'ishtoi? Why we mention only this? Because they are also from the Shiva koivim, and kohen hedyet is mitame to them. Why you didn't write about it? Because then I'm all at this for them. Remember? But we medayek from this that a mes mitzvah is mitame. Le mes mitzvah, but a mes mitzvah many places. And in our Masechet, if we take it, is in Daf Mem Ches and Nazir. We learned that from the Dosh of the Psukim. I think. Now we have there two lavim. If you notice that we have in the pasuk lo yitamo, right? We have two lavim. What's the two lavim? One lav is lo yavoy, and the second lav is lo yitamo. What's the chiluk between them? Two masmes by Nazir, we have two. We have lo yavoy and lo yitamo. What's the chiluk? The chiluk is that the lav of lo yavoy is not over only when he goes in ganzen, beer. If he's all of them into the oil mess. Now there's a machloikes achoinim if this lav is dafke when the Nazir was and the tumor was on the one oil, on the one koiras gag, on the one oil, the tumor and the oil, or even when he was mile, that means the Nazir was mile ala tumor. That means he was mile ala tumor. Because if you understand, that means the tumas oil could be three different ways. It could be under the same oil. The mess is mile on myself. There's a mess hanging, and I'm going underneath the mess, or I'm hanging myself above the mess. That's three forms of oil. So what's the din? Kol nafshis means lo yovoy. Lo yovoy means you shouldn't come in ganzen into the oil. So it is lo yovoy. If I'm mile ala mess, I'm going to be over on lo yovoy or not. So the minchas chinuch and mitzvah shin ayin vov noise base, and also the Chazonish, Bayos and Nazir and Simikuf and Beis is Gimel, they say that the lav you're not going to be over lo yovoy, or but the lav lo yitame is going to be over. Because he was metame lemes, metumasoil. Or lo yovoy nishto. You don't have the lo yovoy. Because the lo yovoy is only when you're under the same oil. You're coming into the oil. And also if he, as the Gemara says, ichnis hotmoy, you just put in his nose into the oil ames, right? He's going to be Tommy, right? But he's not going to have, he's not going to be over. Yeah. Yes. Two lavim. Lo yovoi and lo yitamo. And this we can see, Daf Mem Beis, Daf Mem Gimel, that's all of the dinim in the Gemara, and Daf Mem Beis and Daf Mem Gimel about this. Yeah. So we said Kinezer. Nezer is like a crown, right? As the Targum says, Klile, a crown. Kinezer, Eloikov, Al Roishei. So Rashi says, what means Al Roishei? So Rashi says, Rashi is not over there, Rashi is in Shir Hashirim. Rashi in Shir Hashirim, on the Pasuk, Melech Osur Berehotim, right? Vedal Roish Ke'argemoin, Melech Osur Berehotim. Says Rashi that Shmoy Shel Mokoim Kosher Betaltalim, right? And that's Melech Osur Berehotim because it says Nezer Eloikov Al Roishoi. That's the Melech has a keter on his head, crown on his head. And okay, so let's continue the psukim. Kol Yemei Nizroi, Kodeshu Lashem. Oh, this Kodeshu Lashem goes on the goof of the thing, and that's because he's Kodesh Lashem. He shouldn't be metamel amazing. Shouldn't be metamel amazing. The Gemara in Daftes Nazir, Daftes Medalef, we see that the Nazirus is very similar to Hegdish. Again, we're going to speak a little bit more. This is we speaking like we done the end of the Masechet. We're doing the beginning of Masechet, but then we're going to Met Hashem we're going to speak about the Geder. What is Nazirus? Bechlal, Hegdish, Heftze, Gavre. We all remember it from Nedorim stuff. So the Gemara in Nazir Daftes Lamed Aleph, the Gemara explained that Nazirus is doimet a Hegdish. What means Nazirus doimet a Hegdish? It's Machagid Beishamai. Beishamai say that wasn't enough Gemina. There's no Shaila Behegdish. To Beishamai, person cannot be sure. You can't go to the Bezdin, to the Chacham, and say that thing. The same thing. Nefi Beishamai ain't Shaila Ben Nazirus. Explains Tosis why. What's the reason of Beishamai? Why ain't Shaila Ben Nazirus? He said because the Nazir is called this pasuk Kodesh. He's called a Kodesh. State Kodesh Gadel Peras Roishoi. He's a Kodesh. He's a Kodesh. He's Hegdesh. He can't be shown the Nazirus. Now, Lefi what Rashi says, Lefi what Rashi explains that the pasuk Kodesh Gadel Pera. That means that the hair is going to be Kodesh, right? As we said beforehand. Tosis should bring a different pasuk. Kol Yemei Nizroi Kodesh Ula Hashem. That's going on the Kedushas Haguf. Tosis brings the other pasuk. The Gemara in Nazir and Daf Yud Zayin on base, the Gemara brings and Daf Yud Zayin on Aleph. It's the same thing we have also in the Gemara in Shavuos and Daf Yud Zayin on Aleph. The Gemara says, the Gemara is done, wants to be Medame. The Gemara wants to be Medame. What's the din of Bias Migdosh Betume? If a person is Betume and he's going into Beis Hamikdash, to the din of Nazir that is Betume. And the same like a person that's Tomei, and he's going into the Azora, yeah? The Azora. Let's say he's going to be, it's also going to Azora. And let's say a person that became Tome in the Azore Be'oines. He was in the Azore doing the Avoide, or not doing the Avoide in the Azore, and he became Tome Be'oines. He's not Chayv what he was Shoyhe in the Beis Hamikdash. Only if he was Shoyhe or Shiur Ishtachavoya. That's the certain thing. That means he has to be there a certain time that he could bow down, and that's the certain time when he could bow down. And this we learned from Allah L'Mishis Sinai. The Gemara says over there. Allah L'Mishis Sinai. Same din of Nazir. Nazir what goes into Beis HaKvaros. So let's say he got in with a Shida Teivo Migdal. Yeah, Shida Teivo. So you want in a Shida that this is oil zog, Shvei oil, Shvei oil, big slug and Nazir. We met Hashem, we can learn it. But oil zog. Oh well, let's say he went into the Shida, and there was a chatzitza between him and the kever. He was not mitame, and then someone came and the Gemara says, "Pora olov acheres ba'aziva." He broke open the thing and he became tame. So shohoshom, how long he has to be in the Beis HaKvaros to be nitma? So if he was there less than a shiur ishtachavoye, he's not going to be chayev. As I learned mostly shiny, the Rambam learned nicht das. You're right. The Rambam learned nicht das. He's not going to be chayev. He's not going to be chayev. Yeah, he's not going to be chayev. The show, he's not going to be chayev. Huh? That's a steer. He's going to have to start again. Yeah. Yeah. The love in Malchus, he's not going to get Malchus. Now, what's a pshat l'chayra? What's a zushtel? It's slow. Let's take it slow. What's the zushtel of Bias Migdosh to Tumas Nazir in Beis HaKvaros? But if we just explain that the Kedushas Haguf, that the Nazir itself has a Kedushas Haguf, and it's similar to Kedushas Hegdesh. So Meikar Adin, the Kedusha is the Gabi Tuva state, what state? The same like Hegdesh. So the Yesod Advarim is one thing, that the Tume is something Kodesh, right? And Bias Migdosh, it says us, ki es mishkan Hashem timei. Nazir steht, v'timei roish nizroi. The same thing, it's the same idea of Nazir with Tumas Mes. Okay, let's go on to the din of a Nazir that became Tomei, right? So the din is what he does a tiglachas, he's megaleach, he brings a korban, what's called korban tumeh, and this was called the name is called tiglachas tumeh. He became Tomei, he does a tiglachas. Said in the apostle, v'chiyomus olov, this is all in the psukim, yeah, we didn't get into the brief there. The psukim, v'chiyomus olov, v'chiyomus, meis olov, yeah, v'chiyomus meis olov, bepeta. What means the peta? Oinus, yeah? In this oil, and we're talking about the oil that the Nazir is in the oil. So bepeta, pitoim. What means pitoim? Shoigeg, right? That's what we see in the Meforshim. Rashi explains. Rashi explains that this is talking about the oil, but the Memes is not dafke when he became Tom in oil. The same thing is Alidei Maga, Alidei Macha. He's carrying a person and he died on his hand. Or Maga, he's touching a person and the person died. So not all the tumors, this is very interesting, not all the tumors a Nazir is muzhar. That means not all the tumors a Nazir is chayvan. Not all the tumors. Because not all the tumors is muzhar, that means that he's going to have to actually be megaleach and to be called metume, and he's toiser sayomi, that he already counted, has the losh of Mishnah, what we call megaleach. And we can see this is all from Daf Mem Tes till Daf Nun Gimel, many halachas would think. What means petapito? So some explain that this is like suddenly. So what's the din? The din is azoy. Vetomei, vetim is roish nizroi, vegila roish bayoim ta'arosai. That means what means bayoim ta'arosai? The tmemes has to have tayre, right? Hazas efer pora aduma. In order to be mitayr, he has to have the abzat person. That means bayom hashvi. And that's the yom hazoy. That means the second hazoy that became tmemes. Yom mazeh shlishi v'shvi, and then bayom hashvi yegal lechenu. When it says bayom ta'arosai in the pasuk, shed bayom ta'arosai, and it says also bayom hashvi. What's Yom Ta'arosai is Bayom Hashvi. Why we have both? Bayom Ta'arosai in Bayom Hashvi. What means Bayom Ta'arosai in Bayom Hashvi? We need both. Why we need both? Says the Gemara. Because if he wouldn't tell me, the pasuk would tell me only Bayom Ta'arosai, I would say the day that he's nita legamrei. What's legamrei? Yom Hashvini, because he's a mechusa kippurim. That means he's a mechusa kippurim. So that's the big korbanos. So when he's toil legamrei, only Bayom Hashemini. So I would say, if he would say only Bayom Ta'arosai, I would say Bayom Hashvini, when he brings the kapora. That's why we need also Bayom Hashvi. Oh, so tell me only Bayom Hashvi. If you tell me only Bayom Hashvi, I would say that is, even if he was not megaleach, that is Bayom Ta'arosai. Bayom Hashvi when he was megaleach. That means it starts. He started Bayom Hashvi to be mitayr. So that is called already Bayom Ta'arosai. That's what Rashi explains. Again, Rashi in the pasuk is a little bit, but that's the Mizrahi. Rabbi Mizrahi explains that's the pshat in Rashi. What do you see from this Rashi? That even though that the rest of the Tmei Meis become Torah legamre by Yom Hashvi, right? This is a very big chiddush in this Rashi, especially the way the Mizrahi learns Rashi. Every Tmei Meis becomes Torah legamre by Yom Hashvi. Shlishi, Shvi, Torah is in the mikveh, Tvul Yoim, at night, Arav Shemesh is Torah legamre. That's it. Torah legamre. A Nazir is different. A Nazir Tomer who has to bring a korban, his Torah doesn't finish till the Yom Hashmini. Like a Zov, like a Yoledes. Mechusar kapara. Because in Mechusar kapara, Metzoyo. Metzoyo is, I don't know if it's Metzoyo also. Metzoyo also, Mechusar Kippurim. Yeah, because he has also, yeah, Metzoyo also. You know, because certain things in Metzoyo is not exactly like a Zav, Zova, and Metzoyo. A Zav and a Zova. Yeah. And Azay is Mashmayechet, this is a very thing. In our Masechet, we're not so busy with this, that the gather of a Nazir Tumas differently, but Azay is Mashma in the Mizrahi ala Torah, and Azay is Mashma in Rashi in Soita. Rashi in Soita, that's the Zvava Medalef. Over there, he speaks about the Metzora. There he speaks about the Metzora, a Metzora that brings the Korban to be Matir Bekochim. Right, so we have two mois that he says there is over there. Rashi says sheyesh two mois she'akosuv hitzrichon kapore. You need to have a kapore on this kapore letaroson, and Rashi actually brings over there zav, zovo, v'yoledes, and v'nozir shenitmo. Rashi says over there. Rashi brings also, I think Rashi brings also over there Metzora also, one of the in the list. And Rashi sagt das so. In Daf Tesvav, Chiko Maise Kom Leishtaru Bekochi with the Maise. So Rashi. I'm reading out from Soite Daf Tesvav Adalef towards the end of the Daf. שיש תומוס שהצריכו נקוסף כפורה לתארוסם. זב, וזובו, או ילדס, ומצוירו. You're right. But what we are focusing on, ונוזיר שנitmo. ונוזיר שנitmo. This is a big chidush. I mean, this is a mamash anaya zach, what we find. That a gather of a mess, a tmem mess, nozir, his final tare is Bayom Hashmini. Bayom Hashmini. But it doesn't mean, that's what Rashi says. But again, we have to look into this because it doesn't really mean that there's the Nazir that became Tomei. He's like any other Mechusa Kippurim. A Mechusa Kippur, regular Mechusa Kippur, if we talk about Zav, Zav, Yoledes, Mitzayro, the Tara doesn't finish only, right? The Tara doesn't finish, and he can't eat Kochim. Till when? Till he becomes Torah Legamre, right? But it's not exactly the same. What that means. So this is a Kilis Yankiv. The Kilis Yankiv is by us and Nazir Siman Dalid. He says that Rashi and Shavuos and Daf Yud Zayin Amud Aleph. Rashi says over there, the Korban Nazir, is Tomei. It's not because it doesn't come on the Korban doesn't come on the Chet, on the Ovin, on the sin of Tumeh. It just comes what? Says Rashi, Lemeichal Alei Nazir Ustare. Like any other Mechusa Kapora. That means, the Rashi, what the Nazir does not start the Yemeni Zirusite, does not start again to count the Yemeni Zirusite, only after being the Korban. Let's see, okay, we get fear Machloikas, yeah, and Minamed Long Alocha, so like the Tanoim, you can't start to count the Nuna Zirus only being a Korban. It's because Legabe, this is called Mechusa Kippurim. And he's not Torah Legamre to start to count the Zirus Taire. And as he proves over there, Legamre, the Klisaka proves that in a sense different than anything else. Now, there's a Machloikas Tanoim, and the Mishnah, and the Braise, and Nazir Daf Memher with base. If the Nazir Tomei is Meshaleach Se'ar Roishoy Tachas Ha Dud, the same way the Nazir Torah Meshaleach. That means a Nazir Torah, when he finishes the Torah, he shaves his hair and he puts his hair where? Under the Dud. Under the Dud, right? The Dud, everything, as we can see about. So what the din, the Nazir Tomei, when he has to shave his hair, he also Meshaleach or not, it's Machloikas in the Gemara and Daf Memher Amud base. So let's speak weiter, but Bayom Hashmini. So Bayom Hashmini becomes Torah. Bayom Hashmini, what he brings? Yovi, Shtei Toirim, or Oy Shnei Bnei Yoino El HaKoyen, El Pesach, Oyel Moyed. We also are Kohen Echod, the Chatos, one of them, he does the Chatos, the Echod Loilo. The Chiper Olav Ma'asher, Total Nefesh. That means because he was not careful to become Tomei Mes. Kiddush is Roishoy Bayom Hahu. That day, he goes back to start the Nazirus from the beginning. Now, what the Pasuk says, Bayom Hashmini. What means Bayom Hashmini? The Pasuk didn't come to say that not Yom Hashmini. Just from Shmini Ve'ela, he could be Makriv. Where do I know that the Pasuk didn't come to say, okay, Yom Hashmini and not Yom Hachi? Because the Pasuk gave us a Zman of the Korbanos. You're Makriv on the Mizbeach. When you're Makriv on the Mizbeach, from Yom Hashmini. It says, Umi, like we say, Umi Yom Hashmini Ve'olo Yeirotze. That's what the Rashi thinks, yeah? Look at Rashi. That's what Rashi thinks. Umi Yom Hashmini Ve'olo That means the Pasuk gives us a Zman that from when you could be Makriv. The Korban is your Makriv when? From the Yom Hashmini. And this is similar to what we find also, the Korbanos Tumeh, are to be Meratze on the Nazir. If you want to start Nazirus Taire, right, as we spoke before, and as Rashi says before, and Ve'osa HaKoyen Echod Lechatos, Ve'kidas Es Roishoy Bayom Hahu, says Rashi, Lachzoy, and to start the count, Lehatchil, the minyan nezirusai. The whole purpose is to start a new nezirus. As the Gemara says in Shavuos and Daf Lamed Zayin Amud Aleph, the Gemara says over there, but Nazir Tomei, the Gemara says, a Nazir Tomei brings a korban. Why? Ki heiche deleichul alei nezirus betare. That's the shot. Now, if the Bailim did not actually speak out the Shas when they bring the korban, yeah? We said over here we bring korbanos. What's a korbanos? Shnei terim or shnei bnei yoino. Let's say the Bailim didn't say which one is the Chata, which is the Loilo. So the Ken could be misparish always al yedei the Kohen. Shach Asiyah, when the Kohen is actually being makriv the two korbanos, he could come and be makriv it. And when he's doing it, he says, this is the Chatos and this is Loilo, because as we know, the Gemara says, Ein akinin misparishois elo. Oy velekichas Bailim, Gemara in Shkolim, yeah? Oy be'asiyas HaKohen, and this is also we can see later on, and the Gemara in Daf Chov Vav Amud Beis, and many other places actually also now Masechet, And this is what we say, ve'osa hakohen echod lechatos ve'echod le'oila.
When does the new period start?
When the new thing, so we pass him from when he brings the korbanos, and then he starts to count, and it's ma'akev. The bringing the korbanos is ma'akev him to start to count the thing. Doesn't mean no le'alocha. Yes. Once he brings the korbanos, then yeah.
That's something else, isn't it?
The korban tumah brings that he should start a new nazirus. Ki eichad, that's a loss of the Gemara in Shavuos. Yeah. That's it.
Brings a korban at night.
Yeah. The machloekes tanoim, when we say bayoim ahu, the machloekes tanoim in daf yud ches. Let's go to daf yud ches. Daf yud ches, the machloekes tanoim, when starts the nazir to count the meitare. So there's two shittas, and this is one of the things that we say shtaim shein arba, even as no bolan in Gemara Shavuos. Some say, well, the Torah says v'kidash esroish bayoim ahu. What is bayoim ahu? That means the 7th day, and this is what Reb Sandy asked now. So we're going to be the 7th day. That is the tiglachas, as we said. You just said now. The yom tiglachas is the 7th day. Then he starts the tare. Some say no. V'kidash esroish bayoim ahu. What is bayoim ahu? That means bayoim asmini, only the 8th day. That's the day of what we call not yom tiglachas. We call yom havas korbanos, of the day he brings the korbanos. Now, there's 3 shittas in the Tanoim when you start the count of the zero starting in the 8th day. In the 2 shittas, if the 7th day or the 8th day, and if it's in the 8th day, when in the 8th day. The beginning of the 8th day, even if he didn't bring the korbanos, because today is roi to bring the korbanos. Today is roi to bring the korbanos. Some say no, after the chatos. But even if he didn't bring it, the osham and the oila is not ma'akev, as Eila Toises and right, and that's a Stam Mishnah in Masechet Nazir. And the third shita is the same like a chatos is me'akev. The osham is doing the chatos. The osham is also me'akev. But the oila, everyone agrees. The Nazir has to bring a Nazir the Tumah has to bring a chatos, osham, and oila. The oila definitely is not me'akev. Chatos or the oila, that's a machlokes if the chatos is me'akev, the oila, the osham not, or the afilo the osham is me'akev. That's a machlokes. Yeah.
It's not two birds, is it?
No, the chatos and oil. Yeah, the osham can't be. The animal. Yeah.
What would that be?
The chatos and the oil is the 2 birds, and then we have and the machlokes in the achronim, the Minchas Chinuch, the Keren Oiro. The Keren Oiro we're going to mention a lot in Masechet Nazir B'Ez Hashem. If the tiglachas is me'akev the korbanos tumeh, or and the chalos nazir the tare. We see the korbanos ma'akev. What about the tiglachas? Is ma'akev or not ma'akev? So let's finish the psukim. Now we in the psukim speak about the din of stiras nazirus because the tumah. Right. So what do? V'hezir la'Hashem es yemei nizoi. That means he starts the count. V'hevi keves ben shenosoi le'osham v'ayomim orishonim iplu pitomei nizoi. He starts the count from the beginning. And Pashas the Pasuk says that the Tchilas Nazirus, the Tare, is before you bring the Osham, right? Before you bring the Osham. But the one that we just mentioned, that the Osham is Me'akev, so the beginning of the Nazirus Tare, you can't start to count the Nazirus. It says before the Pasuk, V'hezir v'hevi. That means when he starts the Hazir, Bizman Shehevi. The Gemara speaks about it in Daf Yutet Samad. Okay, let's speak about the Tiglachas Nazir, and the korbanos when he finishes the Yemei Nizoi, a proper Yemei Nizoi. That means 30 days. 30 days he kept it, what we call Tiglachas Te'oira. So now we spoke about Tiglachas Tmeyo. Let's speak about Tiglachas Te'oira. Tiglachas Te'oira Meitazoi. Ve'zois Toiras Hanozir Beyoim Melois. That means when he finishes after the Melois Yemei Nizoi. What he brings, Yisoi El Pesach. He brings himself El Pesach Oyel Moyed. Ve'ikriv es Korbonoi LaHashem. What he brings, the Keves Ben Shenosoi. Tomim Echod Le'oilo. וכבשו אחס בשנוסו also תמימו לחטוס, ואיל איכות תומים לשלומים. וסל מצויס, סוילס חלס בלולויס בשמן, and חוץ מזה he brings another 10, וקיקי מצויס, that they are not בלולים בשמן, just what? משוחים בשמן, ומנחוסם ונסחיים, that means of the oil and the shlomim, is a shir was stated in the parsha of Nesochem. ויקריב הכהן לפני השם the korbanos, and the azore, ואוסו, is חטוסו וסוילוסוי, of the Nazir. V'sa'il ya'aseh zevach shlomim LaHashem al sal hamatzos. He shechts the shlomim to be Mekadesh the Lechem, because that's Me'akev, the Mekadesh the Lechem only by Yishat Shlomim. We also are Koines Minchosoi Vesnischoi of the Ail. Vegilach HaNazir Pesach Oyel Moed, that means in the Galech the Nazir, where after Yishat Shlomim, Pesach Oyel Moed, Es Roish Nizroi, Velokach Es Sea Roish Nizroi, Venosan Aloesh, Asher Tachas Zevach Hashlomim, that means what's Tachas Zevach Hashlomim, that's what we called before Tachas Adud. There's a dud over there that inside you cook the Eil Nazir. Velokach HaKohen Es Azoya B'Sheilo, after it's cooked, min oil of the Shlomim, V'chalas Matzo Achas, min Asal, V'rokik Matzo Echod, V'nosan Al Kape HaNazir, Achar Yizgalcho Yes Nizroi. After the Glachas, what he does, Ve'eniv Oisam HaKoyen, right? That means the Kohen puts his hands Tachas Yedei HaBailim, and he does the Tenufe, Tenufo Lifnei Hashem, Kodesh Hu LaKoyen. In the beginning, what is Chal? The Rokik and the Zoya, and that goes the Trume to the Kohen, right? Rokik and the Zoya goes to the Kohen. Al Chazeya Tenufo Val Shoik Truma Chutz on the Chazav Shoik, because it's a regular Shlomim. Regular Shlomim, you give the Chazav Shoik to the Kohen. The Chutz on this in Shalmi Nazir, you give also the Zoya. Ve'achar Ishte HaNazir Yain. Zoy Stoy As HaNazir Asher Ider Korbono LaHashem Al Nizoi, what we just said till now. Milvad Asher Tasig Yodoi, that means if a person says Areini Nazir Al Menas Legaleya, as the Gemara says, Al Kuf Oilois, the Gemara says, or Al Meo Shlomim. Yes, so then the Gemara says that then Kefi Nidroi Asher Idoy, Yase Al Teiras Nizoi, and it's going to work. Okay, so these are just the psukim. Explain a little bit more about Arichas the psukim in Mat Hashem next week. And so we're going to stop today over here. And Mat Hashem next week, we're going to continue the, as we said, 2 shiurim on Lagdome, and then we're going to see inside. I just want suggestions. What is the oil I'm expecting? I was thinking, and let me know, maybe a omed a week. Should prepare the Gemara Toises, and then we're gonna try to learn together what comes out of the sugya, or Mahalach in the sugya, or the Rambams to see how it fits in. But to try, we're gonna go over the Gemara in Toises. We're gonna go over the Gemara. Definitely the Gemara according to Tosfos, but if we could prepare every week, we're going to try to do a Omed. Should be a Omed a Hespek, if the people want more or less, please think. Not every week for sure is going to be the same, but yeah, we're going to try to figure a Hespek of Omed a week, or maybe not. Anyone has any suggestions, I'm happy to hear. Of course, when we come to Daf Lamed Ches, Tam Keikir probably will spend a little bit more time on it, because there's about 5 shittas of Rishonim. We're going to have to spend a bit more time on this. I go to Shekoyach, and Mat Hashem next week at the same time, same place.